right, so is everyone all ready to begin? Let's get started. We're just going to stand with our feet closer together so you're in a comfortable position. Let's take our hands at heart space. We're starting in a standing position today. The class length will be anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour of your time. I'd just like to do a little bit of outline. Our focus today for you beautiful people is going to be more core than not. We will be doing a little bit of a flow. So if you're not used to doing yoga and a flow, you can come into child's pose or take your time. When we get into the core circuit towards the end of practice, please do take breaks. I much prefer to do quality over quantity. So that's how it should be. So listen to your body. If you're breaking down or finding that you're not focusing, concentrating, take a break and then come in fresher than before. With our feet connected, I'd like you to imagine ripping the floor apart with the bottoms of your feet. Notice your engagement with your glutes, your quads. Everything kind of zips up through the center. Roll those shoulders back. Connect to breath. You can gently close your eyes and notice the shift in the bottoms of your feet. You kind of shift a little roundabout to the side, to the front, to the back. Set your intention for today's practice. And whatever that may be, whether it's physical, spiritual, or just finding your place and your balance for today, know you are in the right place at the right time. Honoring this time, who we are, what we are. Send good positive energy in through the breath as we inhale. Exhale anything you need to let go of. Beautiful. One more big breath in. Open your mouth and let that all out. Nice. Releasing through the hands. Before we actually get started, I just wanted you to sort of think about interactions you've had through this past week or the couple weeks. I don't know about you, but I find that people out there in the world tend to be a little bit nicer. It's like this tension and all this go has just released and dissipated. And now we have space, that goodness and kindness, generosity is now coming back to us. So just be mindful of that the next time you're out and about. Be kind, be gentle. It's well worth it. Let's take a generous deep breath in. Good. As we lift up, we're going to hook our palms in our elbows and make sure that your biceps are slightly forward in front of your ears. So I don't want your arms to be behind you. That'll force your chin to jut out. I want your chin to be in a good alignment. Maybe take your feet a little bit wider apart. Work from the foundation up. Again, with those legs, engage your feet. We're going to lift up high and then arc, do around the world out in front of your body. Inhaling and then exhaling as you scoop up and around. And let's go the opposite direction. Inhale, exhale. Put a little bit of integrity in through the corners of your elbows as you're swooping around. Inhale, exhale, round out. Now I want you just to be mindful of your side body. Inhale, exhale, wrapping around. Opening up through the ribs. Breath to movement. No hesitation in the breath. Come a little deeper now into your legs. You're getting a little bit warmer. Let the head drop. Let the chin come down. Good. We're going to do two more. Just warming up through the side body. We will be working the core, so this is a good way to sort of get acquainted to the core. Come back to center. Release the arms. Let them just relax down by the sides. Good. Take a deep breath in up here. Arms stay up. We're going to take the wrist, pull the wrist to the one side. Now again, as I referred to a few times in these videos, I have a wall in front of me, a wall behind me. So I'm not tipping forward, I'm not tipping back. I cannot touch the walls that are in between me. It's narrow. We're going to do the same side. So we're going to inhale, exhale, pull, and release. Your hips and feet are stable. Focusing by isolating through the core, lengthening the side body. Exhale, and then inhale. Beautiful. Return right to your neutral, right to home. Good. Exhale, pull a little bit. So you're encouraging by pulling that arm. And we'll do one more here. Beautiful. Good work. We're going to switch it now. Grab hold of this wrist. And again, you want your biceps slightly in front of your body. Inhale, exhale, pull and release. Good. Your glutes are squeezed. So that will create foundation in through your pelvis and your hips. Good. Engage your feet into the floor. Imagine ripping your mat apart or the floor apart with your feet. Breath to movement. As you exhale, you can give me a little more. Nice. Good. We're going to do 3 more of these. Feel the side body cinching and opening. Nice. And then just relax down. I'm just going to let the arms go side to side. Now, the next part to this, we're going to be doing a flow. If during the flow, you find it a little bit too much for you, you can do any version of these ragdoll arms. So notice my knees are facing directly towards you. They're not going anywhere yet because we're totally isolating. But we will let go of those knees and the hips side to side. And just let them go. Let your head turn side to side. Just let it go and start to push the ball of each foot into the floor. Now we're going to bend the knees a little bit and come up side to side. And I want you to push and lengthen, squeeze the glute, swoop down and up, open up. So just taking that, we kind of lengthen and open up that move, down, push into the floor. So you're creating a nice diagonal line that extends from good energy, like you're squishing a bug, up through the leg, hip, arms, and shoulders. So it's good if you get that linked system all the way through the body. There's a pause so that you can actually squeeze the glutes. Come down deeper every time, squeezing, swoop down and up, deeper and higher with each one that you do. Good. You should be actually getting that body nice and warm and feel the heat and energy you're cultivating. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale. Last one here. Nice. Come into center. Woo. All right. So that should get that heart rate up. We're going to come into a little bit of a flow. So we're going to take our time. It's not that long of a flow because I want to get down and get doing some core work. So standing, I will pivot to the side so you get a good view. You can stay right straight in front. Again, work from the bottom up. Then inhale up. As we exhale, keep your hips, shoulders, knees ahead. Exhale, wrap around to one side. Notice I'm not giving my hips away. I keep them. And then come up. Exhale, wrap around. One more each side. Inhale up. Wrap around. One more. Wrap around. Now bend your knees a lot. Coming to the center. We're going to come into a flat back. Working our back muscles, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then round out the spine. Let the head hang low. We're going to take the right leg back. Press into the floor with that right arm, open up to the side. Use the floor, push into the earth, look up towards that hand, let the hips drop. Exhale, straddle that front foot. Let's come back into a plank. We'll modify the first one by sinking our knees, unhooking toes. Roll your elbows inside your ribs and slowly melt your heart towards the floor. Slowly, you can surrender right down. Keeping the chin in line, push up into your up dog. Squeeze elbows into side. Exhale, connect your toes, pass through your tabletop. Send your hips towards heels. Come up to your first down dog of your happy Sunday. Pedal it out. Good. Looking at your hands, because that's where we're going. Tippy toe your hands and feet together. Halfway lift. Exhale down, root and rise up. Perfect. That's round 1 of 4. So inhale up, exhale, twist around, inhale up, twist around the other side. We have 2 more. Inhale up, exhale, last one, exhale around. Into the center, flat back folds like a T, then round out your spine. Take the left foot back, nice and long. I want a nice distance between your heel and your toe. Push into the floor with that left hand as you open up. So you have to push open Use the floor for energy so you can wrap around a little bit more. Exhale, straddle your foot, right foot back. I'll give you an option. So you can do a full chaturanga, which is rolling those elbows in and hover your heart, or sink to knees, your choice. And then up dog. Push the floor away from you. Try not to open up the chin too much, but keep the chin in line. Dipping, down dog. Pedal it out. Just move. Think of this as a little bit of active recovery here. Look to your fingers, tippy toe your feet in. Halfway lift. I want you to hike those shoulders up, flat back. Exhale, round out the spine. Push into the earth. Give you some energy. Good. That is round 2. Done. Let's go round 3. Inhale up. Wrap around. Exhale as you wrap around. Use your breath. Flow. 2 more times. Nice. Last one. Exhale. Here we go. Swan dive. Lead with your heart. Imagine someone pulling you with a tie. Flatten your back. Squeeze your elbows towards the sky. And then round out the spine. We're now going to take the right foot back. Push into the floor with that right arm. As we open up, look to the fingers. Exhale, straddle the foot. Come into the pike. I will modify this round, just for those who need a review. You can sink knees. Elbows come in close. And then we come up into our up dog with my legs on the floor. And then I come back down. I tuck my toes, tabletop, down dog. And we pedal this one out. You can even give me a little bit of bad attitude if you really want to, show off your attitude. There's no one watching you right now but you and whoever else is with you, so you might as well do what you can. Take advantage of it. Look to those hands, tippy toe in. Halfway. Imagine squeezing a walnut in between your shoulder blades. You're strong. Exhale down. Up we ride. Perfect. We have one more round. So energy, breath. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, wrap around. Up we ride those arms. Circle around 2 more times. Last one. All right, let's generously bend. Nice and deep. Forward fold. Flat back. Pause. And then round out the spine. Take the left leg back. Push into the earth with that left arm. So we're stacking our bones, stacking our shoulders, lifting, and then I can actually push as I exhale. Release the arm, straddle my foot, remove that leg to the back. So here's your plank. Roll your elbows in. So you brush your elbows against your side body and then push into the floor. Up dog. Nice. Flipping the toes, passing to tabletop, into your down dog, and we pedal this out. Nice. Flipping to the hands, let's tippy toe in. Halfway. Exhale. And then right up to celebrate. Those sun salutations in the flow are now completed. So we're going to come into a little bit of movement with some rotations. Again, you can stay straight on, or you could actually join me sideways if you wish. We're going to be doing some lunges with rotation. So I will face the side for your advantage. We're going to be taking the right leg forward, so come into a lunge. Let's break the first couple down. So when I lunge or step, I sink my torso in between my toe and my heel. Because my right leg is out front, I turn only to the right. As I come back to center, if I keep my arms out front and come back, it's more core. I take the same leg back, now I get to turn to the left and come straight. We're going to be doing just the right leg. Right leg forward, sink in between your toe and heel, exhale, eyes track my hands. And as I come back, if this is challenging, I can actually move my arms in with me and go right back. There you go. So we will be doing the left leg shortly. If you find that you're a little bit tippy and unstable, take your base wider. Okay, so I think the people like Madison, we need a nice wide base. Okay, and that's good. That's what you need, and you take advantage of that. And eventually you'll become a little bit narrow as time passes. Okay, so step, sink, revolve, good. Push away, sink. Oh, we should be getting nice and warm now. How low can you go? Use your exhale to take you there. Push back and sink. Nice. Push forward, sink down. Exhale. This is our last one here. Good. And just pivot towards the front. Before we go to do our other leg, I'm going to introduce you to a little bit of a sumo. Sink into legs. Your knees track to the corners of your room. Right from here, we're into a sumo squat. Take your fingers, your arms, as they're connected. Tip, 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 tip forward. Look down to the floor. And then tip, 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 tip back up. Good. Bring it together. Other side, sumo. Sink. Your whole chest is wide as you tip forward. I want you to think about the muscles you're using to control this movement. Your back muscles help peel you back up. And we step. We go to the other side. Okay? As I come forward, it's my core muscles here and behind that are controlling me. Tip, 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 tip. We have a little pause and then come back up. We're going to do a little bit of movement now with our arms. We're adding on a wee bit. So as we tip, tip, tip forward, keep your palms low to the ground. You should be able to see them in your peripheral vision. Reach up towards the top of the mat. Carve your elbows wide and down. Tip back up. Good. Come into center. Open up, sumo. Squeeze and sink. Nice, tall, proud chest. Tip, tip, tip forward. You should be able to feel some good heat and energy into those back muscles. Those are your spinae erectae. They're firing to support you into space. Think of your back muscles peeling you up. Good. And then together. Step. Sink, proud long. This is your goddess pose. And then we come forward. Slow, slow, slow. Take those fingertips up tall. Drag them in. And then reset. We'll do one more each side. Wide, the wider the better. Sink lower now, because we have two more. Go to your edge. Boom, 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 boom. Down we go. Reach. Carve those elbows down. Come back up. Step together. Last one. Perfect. Exhale. Tip. Reach. Drag those forearms. And up. It's great awareness for your shoulder blades. Now I'm going to go to the other side because we're going to do those lunges with the left leg. So as I come forward, my arms are in front. Stepping with my left leg. Sink down in between. Notice I'm not forward. Right? Diagonal, the angle of my right and left leg is the same. Revolve. Come back. To make it easier, I pull my arms in and then I sink back and I go the other direction. So it's just my left leg forward, and then my left leg goes back. Whatever knee is out in front of me, I turn and wrap myself around that leg. So it cues you, pay attention to the leg, which way you're to turn. Again, wide base, and engage your feet to the floor. So what does that mean? When I land, I rip the floor apart with my front and back leg. A lot of weight is into my feet. As I sink, my back follows my foot. So with my left foot, as I'm sinking, I dig my foot into the floor. Hopefully that makes good sense. Here we go. Sink, exhale. Nice. All the way back, sink, revolve. You should be feeling those legs, feeling the core come alive. Sink. Nice. Let's do one more reverse lunge. And then one more to the front. Good, and then stepping back into our sumos again. Take those knees out to the side. Here we are. Palms are away from you. You don't want to have them in too close. This time we're going to add on a little bit. We're going to revolve to the side and back to center. Inhale, exhale. So isometrically working the thighs. Now we're going to tip forward. Lengthen as you tip. Lengthen, pull in, restack the spine. Revolve. Think of your nose, chin, and chest. Keep that in alignment as best you can. And tip. So notice the difference when we isometrically hold the sumo squat. Oh, it's gorgeous. We feel the love in the thighs. And when we feel that love, good things are happening. Tip, flat. You want to be about parallel to the floor when you tip. Use your breath to exhale a little bit more. Good. And then tip, parallel, parallel. Head and spine, tailbone, all connected. So no rounding. I like to visualize as if you're wearing a tie and somebody is pulling you forward with length. Give me a pause. Do one more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last tip right here. Go for it. Squeeze the blades. Flatten the forearms. And then come back up. Good. Heel tilt back in. Good job. Let's bend the knees. Inhale. Up. And just do a forward fold right here. We're going to hang out here just for a moment so we get to round out the spine, give a little bit of a break for that work that we've done. Let's come up halfway. And then exhale down. We're going to actually come down onto the floor. So this is where we're going to do some good, decent core work. So I'd like to start off by taking your legs on a little bit of an angle. This is where your arms are eventually going to line up. So if my legs are too far, it's not going to work very well for me. So you may have to adjust the distance of your thighs. We're going to become a stick person. Now to activate my lower core, I pull my toes up and I really open up. So my heels are actually hovered a little bit. Why do we do that? It'll engage the lower part of the core. If my legs are just limp and not doing too much, I'm only going to be working the upper part. So try to flex the toes up, hover. Here we are. Now, when I turn and revolve, I want you to align your arm over top of that same leg. Okay, so my arm and leg, they're stacked. And then come back to center. Keep those thighs engaged. Exhale, align your arm and your thigh. Good. Think of your whole entire torso. Exhale as you turn. Inhale. Exhale, revolve. Notice how when you breathe, you get a little bit more out of it. Nice. And this looks like a fairly simple move, but actually people sitting in this very tall, straight position, aligning is challenging for many of us, simply because of our day-to-day activities. We tend to have rounded spines. I'm all for posture, so always aligning and be conscious of your posture at all times, not just during a class, but through every single day activities. So it's a matter of you tuning into your muscle awareness, and if it's what you want, then you'll do it. Creating the muscle memory. So it may feel uncomfortable for the first little while, but your body will definitely adapt. All right, the more I talk, the more reps we do, as you know. That's what happens, right? Okay, last one. Perfect. Let's give these legs a little shake. We're just going to keep the knees bent and forward fold. Really stretch out. If you want to, you can hook onto either your calves, ankles, feet. Pull yourself forward and down. Really round out. We're going to get into a spinal twist. So as we reset our spine with good space, we're going to take our right foot and we're going to cross it over top on the outside. Now some people have a hard time crossing over the knee. You can keep it on the inside of the knee. I use my right arm as my secondary spine, have it fairly close to me. That pushes and lifts my heart with my arm, and then I wrap it around. I take my elbow, push it into my thigh, thigh into elbow, and then I open up towards my right shoulder. Keep your chin down. Think of that tall spine. We're going to do a couple of exhales here. Good breaths. Keep pushing into that right hand. Think of shining your heart. Good. One more breath here. Unravel. Good. All right, let's do the same to the other side. Choose your options. You place it in front of the inner knee or cross it to the lateral side. My left hand now pushes into the earth. I lift up. I want length before I twist. So I lengthen, I push, and as I exhale, I keep my length and I push my leg into my arm into my leg. Good. And I drop my chin. Often what I see in class is people, they have their heads up and then it puts tension in their upper trap. So keep your chin down low and then keep exhaling, giving yourself a little bit more each time. Good energy into that left palm. Good, 2 more breaths here. And go to your depths. Nice. And then we're going to unravel. We're going to get into what we call a reverse tabletop. So I'm going to stack my ankles underneath of my knees. My hands are either to the side or facing. It's not very shoulder friendly to have your fingertips away from you. So we're going to be doing a reverse tabletop by squeezing our glutes, pushing into our heels, lifting up, peeling our tailbone off, coming as flat as you can. My eye gaze follows my body. So I'm looking up to ceiling, and then exhale. And then I tip down. My tailbone just taps, and then I push and I gauge up. So I try to get those hips up nice and high. I look up, good, and then down. Now, if you've done this a few times with me in class and you've got lots of energy and you know the good things to do, you can actually lift up one leg to challenge. I'll just throw that out there for those of you who wish to try that. I turn the foot down and reset. Good. Push in, and you can alternate the legs as you come up. Your choice. I try to give as many options as I can to help everybody out. If you need options, and if you watch this video afterwards, you need some options, just give me a little shout, and I'll try to coach you through that. These are also on YouTube. If you want to repeat these 5 or 6 times during the day, you know, because you have time on your side, feel free to do so. I know that's on your to-do list. Okay, let's do 3 more of these. Inhale, exhale, up. And it's important that your eye gaze follows. You're looking straight ahead. Last one. Really squeeze those glutes together. Push in, ignite through the heels. And then surrender back down. Nice work. Let's take our arms, just wrap around. Give ourselves a little bit of a hug, because we have to hug ourselves each and every class, because we don't do it as much as we should. All right, we're coming into a bridge. We're going to play with our bridge a little bit. So have your heels underneath the knees to start with. Arms can be up or to the side. So if you have problems peeling off, you can actually put your hands palm down. We're going to start by the pelvis rolling. You tip the pelvis in, each vertebrae. Peel it off the floor. Notice your chin coming closer. Very important that you have your thighs in line with hips. Tendency for some people is to allow the legs to fall outwardly, but try to imagine you have something, you're holding onto something in between your thighs. And then you're going to inhale, exhale, retrace all the way down. We will be playing here for a little bit, so we have a few moves that we're going to be doing. Again, start by rolling your tailbone first, pushing in, peeling off. Okay. And then back down. Sorry, we had interruptions here. And then up we go. Lifting up, up, up. There he goes. Part of life, right? And then down, 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 down. Now, you can continue to hold this, or you can join me as you roll your pelvis and your knees are in line with shoulders. We're going to lift up one leg, active. So your thighs are parallel. I don't really like to see this too much. It's easier for sure. This is your challenge, okay? We're holding this isometrically. Good, and a lot of energy in through the leg. Your hips are parallel as well, so be mindful that both hips facing the sky. So your legs should be like, oh, I feel it now. Let's return back, push into the right foot. The left leg now comes out. See, now I wore my stripes here for you guys today so you can see better. So we've got the stripes happening for you. Push into the floor with that right heel. Feel it, feel it, feel it. I love it when you can feel it and you know what's happening and you know you're benefiting from it. 3, 2, 1. Reset back down. We're going to reset the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. We're going to go back to that in a moment, but before we do, let's take the soles of our feet together. So now you're on the edges of your feet. Your knees are able to float outwardly. Now from here, you're going to press into the lateral parts of your feet and create the bridge. So you can't come up as high, but you're hovering. Nice openness through your adductors here. Okay, and it's a different type of feel as you squeeze. Again, you're not coming up as high. You can kind of hang out here a little bit longer. Okay, it's kind of a funky move. Good, and then again, reset back down. Play with the position. If I pull my heels in a little closer to me, it's a little bit of a different feel as if I have my feet out further. Out further is a little more challenging. So that's a longer lever. You have a bigger, longer diamond there. And then back down. We're going to do 3 more of these. We're going to inhale. Now we're going to hike it up. Exhale. Down, tap. Squeeze. Down, tap. And then squeeze it nice and high. Beautiful. Let's grab our knees. Just pull it in. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. And now we're going to go back into the bridge. Now with the bridge, I'm just going to angle a little bit. I want your heels stacked underneath. When we come up to the bridge, with my foot that's up high, I don't externally rotate. I keep my toe and I go to the side. So my toe is always facing the sky. Doesn't matter how far you go out. What matters is if I keep my toe facing the ceiling, right? So you really feel that in the outer hips. And the reason why we're working our glutes and our shoulders is because the glutes and shoulders all influence our core. The core is just not this little rectangle in front of our tummies. Okay, if you have strong shoulders, strong glutes, strong hip flexors, your core will come out and play as well into all of those attributes of your shoulders and hips. If there's a breakdown of shoulders, you're rounding out the shoulders, your core is going to go to sleep. One more. Let's put that foot down. Keep the hips up high. Opposite leg now, toe to sky, out we go. Now again, if you want more stability, you can use the floor. Try not to open your arches to the ceiling, because that's what you feel like to do. But you have to battle that out. Keep your toe facing up to the sky. It's a lot more intense. It's way better. Good, 2 more of these. Good, and then drop that down. Give it a little bit of a hug. Good. We're going to windshield wash out those hips, so take your feet wide and just windshield wash. One leg in and then the other. So like I said, with our core, we like to think of it from shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, front and back. We're now going to take our feet up. If you have lower back issues or it feels comfortable to you, you can create a diamond with your finger and thumb. Tuck it underneath the small of your back. We're going to be taking our heel, carving it down towards the floor. So you hover and then right back up. We're going to alternate. Exhale down and then inhale up. Long leg. Good job. So always connecting your breath. When the exercise becomes challenging, that's when most people will hold their breath. So think of no beginning and no ending with breath. Okay? Exhale. Inhale to return up. Good. So we should be starting to feel some yumminess in our tummy because we're working it. And you'll even feel it in through your hip flexors, which is front of your thigh, and that's good. That's what we want. Good. We're going to do 4 more of these, so be strong here. Last two. And then last one. Nice. Bending in through the legs. We're going to stack our knees over top of our hips, right from here. We're going to be doing a dead bug. So hips, shoulders parallel. This is your home for your hands, and this is the home. So notice the distance of my knees. My knees are stacked right over top. Opposite. So my opposite arm and leg extend, and then return back. I can get more out of this by reaching a little higher with my arm, and then coming back. We inhale, we reach, and then come back to center. Really pushing in through my lower back. And again, that breath to movements. For those of you who want more, you can cover your shoulder blades just briefly off of the floor to get a little bit more out of this exercise. So typically you know where to take it, so you can definitely do that. Inhale, exhale. I bet you were all thinking, when are we going to do the core work? Well, this is it. And now we're diving in deep into, cut out there. Nope, now I'm back. Whew. Don't know what happened there, but I kind of did a flash. Maybe it's telling me I've done too many. I don't know. All right, two more. High breaths, high breaths. Good. And then from here, reset back down. Am I still alive? Am I still good? Okay, good. So, feeling that. I want to just review a little bit about doing crunches or core work so that you become aware. I want you to landmark your hips. So your hips are facing the ceiling. What I find when people start to peel off, sometimes they lead with their chin, but I want you to landmark your hips and keep your hips away from your wrists. So there's this distance between your bottom rib and hip, and then we peel off. So that's drawing your tailbone tight into the floor and then back down, okay? So you can rest your neck. A lot of people, what they do when they come up into the crunch is they'll roll their pelvis. So they tip their pelvis, they roll their tailbone off of the floor, and then they come up. That's a little easier. I want you to think of pushing your hips away from rib, hover up, and then down. So I don't know if that makes good sense, but what we used to do back in the day, we used to place either like a ball or a water bottle in between your hips, and the object was not allowed to fall, and that would encourage you to keep your pelvis flat. Okay? So we're going to do that exercise. I want you just to focus and think and be mindful of where your hips are. Push your tailbone in. Not so much that you're arcing to the spine though, but that it's totally flat. Then we can actually go to the side a little bit. When I go to the side, what I do is I peel my arm just off the floor and I go towards this open space. I'm a huge pet peever, and this totally bothers me when people take their elbows over to the side. No, no, no. If you open up the heart and chest, lift off your shoulder blade. So think of that back body. Inhale, exhale, peel the shoulder blade off. Push into the floor with the blade that you're leaning in. So I'm going to my left. I push my blade into the floor. I keep my elbows up really wide. Notice the difference? Makes a huge difference. Here we go. Good. And we're going to go 4 more of these, opening up. Good. Last 2 here. And last one. Exhale and go. Beautiful. Let's do a fully long extension. Nice. Do a little side bends, maybe side to side, opening that side body. And again, if you find you're breaking down, take a little break and then join back in when you can. We're going to be doing our 45-degree. So with my hands, I like to have them to the side. I stack my knees over top of hips, and I just go 45 degrees to one side. Come back to center, and exhale as I go the other way. Inhale, and then exhale. So if this is your happy place, this is where we stay. If you want to create a longer lever, we extend the legs to make it more challenging. And then we tip 45 degrees. Make sure you're breathing. Definitely. We inhale and we exhale. Your arms are flat down to provide you with some stability here. Again, we listen to our bodies, right? Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. You guys are doing amazing. So hopefully you'll feel some love tomorrow so that you know you've benefited from all of these exercises that you're doing, making yourself stronger and better today. One more each side. Here it is. Exhale. And then one last exhale. Ooh, nice job. Pull it in. We're now going to flip over onto all fours, finally. Let's do a child's pose. So connect your toes, knees are wide, lengthen out. And while you're just sort of resting, so I want you to rest before we do this next circuit. I call this my nasty circuit. And it's labeled a nasty circuit for a reason. We're going to go through it the first time. We're going to learn the moves, and then we're going to own it, okay? So I want you to do a little mindset to become a little uncomfortable with your core. And this is kind of like the icing on the cake. It's our last little crunch before we wrap everything up. So here's your nasty circuit right here. With our core, again, you can do this, most of it, with these. Notice my bum isn't up high. I take my best assets with me. Or I could do it into a plank. So the first nasty, you want to go nice and wide, and then we tap thigh and thigh. If you find you're tipping your hips and you're doing what I call hula hoop, get your feet wider. Okay, so choose your base wisely, stacking your bones. Take your hands right back where you peel them off. So here we are. This is thigh taps. Okay, so there's 4 exercises to the nasty. Now the next one, you're going to take your thumb towards the sky. Thumb towards sky. Thumb, and again, watch the hips. And then the third exercise, feet are together. And then go out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. And then the last one, we're going to load onto one. We're going to do a side plank, come into our full plank, and then side plank the other way. And then come into center and peel off. Okay? One more. Pause at each side. All right, come down to your knees. So that's your nasty circuit. So what we're going to do, we're going to count our reps. There's going to be a total of, we'll go an even number, we'll go 12. So we're going to go 12 taps, counting singles, and then we'll go 12, thumb to sky. And then we'll do 12 out, out, in. And then we'll go out 12 times, so 6 per side. And we'll see. So we try to keep this consistent. If you need to take a break, just hold the plank. Okay? So let's join me in what I call my nasty circuit. You can do more reps if you want to. Okay? So here we are. Set your body up. Use your breath. Don't hold it. And into our plank. Slow, controlled. Just because I say 12 reps doesn't mean you do this super fast to get them over with, because I've seen that before. Base is solid, right? Here we go. So we're going to tap, slow, tap. So the first few go, yeah, this is not bad. And hopefully I can count. Those of you who know me, not a very good counter. So we have 2 more, I believe. Good. Thumb to sky. Here we are. Thumb up, not too high. It's not a matter of how high that thumb goes. It's a matter that you're stabilizing on one hand. Good. You're halfway through this second row. Keep breathing. We only have 4 more. Last 2. And 1. Bring your base close together. We're going to go out, out. Can you now go leading with the opposite foot? Good. Out, out. In. Out, out. Breathing. So I alternate which leg will I take off from. Out, out. In. You're halfway. Now we should be starting feeling it and dig down deep. This is what you've been waiting for, right? Right. Last 4. Nice. 2 more. Keep it strong. Go to your knees if you need. Be generous with yourself, be kind. Ready? Plank. We open up to the side. Oh, that feels better. And then plank. Good. This is 2. Plank. Pausing. Good. Open up. Good for shoulders. Good for core. Good for hips. Good for legs. Nice. I think this is our halfway. I'm going to call it that anyway. There's only 6 more. Good. All right, last 2. Big, strong finish. Yes. Beautiful. Drop to knees if you're not already there. Take them apart. Let's connect. And let's celebrate our body by taking it into a child's pose. Dropping your head, you can reach your arms out. Breathe. Good. Heart rate's up. That's what we wanted. Opening up through your rib cage with each deep breath that you take. Let's walk our hands over to one side, shall we? Stacking your palms. Calming the breath down. Take your hands over to the other side. Good. Feel the stretching through the side body. And then back to center. So yeah, we're just going to do a couple of cat-cows. Just undulating through the spine. Scoop up through the center. And then drop. Roll through. Nice. And then scooping, rounding out. So you have to push into the floor as you're dropping your chest. Think of pulling it through your 2 strong arms then. And then push in. Nice chin to chest. And then out. And then come into neutral. You can come into either a seated position or lying down. We're just going to scan through the body and do a very short Shavasana. Hands at heart space, where you can lie flat down and settle in. So during Shavasana, try to keep your eyes closed. Connect to your breath. Really settling the body down. Take a survey of your body from head down to toes very slowly. Are there any areas that need some extra breath? Some extra TLC. Breathe into those areas. And try to get rid of any thought processes from the past. No forecasting the future, but be into this moment. Be still and be quiet. For when your mind is quiet and still, it speaks loudest to you. You really get to know your inner self. Allow the head to be heavy. All the lines of your forehead disappear. Space between your brows gets a little further apart. Softening more on your next exhale around your eyes and nose and mouth. Your lips are barely touching one another. The sides of your face soften, as does jaw. Even your ears become supple and soft. Allow your neck to relax and your throat to let go. Collarbones smile and wider. Shoulder blades heavy and smooth. Allow your spine more length with each breath. Feel the rhythm of your breathing. Maybe a breath of gratitude for this wonderful event happens day in, day out, without a thought, keeping us alive. Don't change your rhythm, but simply focus on it. The lungs fill, and that oxygen dissipates through every nook and cranny, providing you energy. It can also massage your body. Your breath affects
how you feel, how you react. So next time if ever in a stressful situation, think of breath, deepen it, and watch your stress melt away. Legs heavy. Toes, fingers simply float. All the bones sink towards the floor. Enjoy these moments of quiet. As you take a deep breath in, invite a little bit of energy and vitality, but this calmness that you have cultivated, let it trickle through the remainder of your day and hopefully into tomorrow. And I'd like you to listen to these few little words to seal our practice. So may we bring light when there is darkness, and may we provide strength for those who are weak. May we bring calm to those that despair, and may there be hope in this world of uncertainty. So let's bring ourselves up to a seated position. And I wanted to invite you in for something that Phil, who is my wonderful husband, my IT guy, so many things. There he is. We plan on doing a partner yoga next Friday. Yes, and here's my other boy who's been wanting to come and sit with me for so long. So we want to do a partner yoga next Friday evening at 4. I will post the invite. But I figured Friday, we could, if you want your wine to the side instead of water, you're in the comfort of your own home. Because I can't really see you, or I can just put your name up there, clothing can be an option. We're going to do some partner yoga and have a little bit of fun. So hopefully you're interested in that. If you don't have a partner, you can find one, I'm sure, somewhere that's in your home, and have some fun with whoever you need to have fun with. So let me know your thoughts on that. I would like to revisit, and I'll send out an invite for Thursday morning as well, so we can keep your eyes open for that. We'd like to have everyone have a wonderful day. Happy Sunday to my beautiful people. Thanks for joining me, and tighten up that core a wee bit. Have a great day, guys and girls.